Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching YouTube channel and the continuation of our Life Lesson series. This is number 186. We continue our foray into really cool stuff, and we've got nearly 1,200 audios available for your listening pleasure. We continue to bring you the best in coaching kind of paradigm thought, and so shifting forward in that way is beneficial. I hope that something here is helpful to you on a regular basis. Anyway, the first thing that matters is looking at experience. And if you want to have the experience of a immersive or a progressive coaching relationship, please feel free to reach out at PO Perception on Twitter and or in the About Me section of this YouTube page. Either one will lead you into a conversation with me or a member of my team. We can make something positive happen from there. So at PO Perception or in the About Me section of this YouTube page, the easiest way to make that contact. Experience. Value experiences. Both the things that you find enjoyable and the things you find frustrating, annoying, or counterproductive. When you understand that experience is where power lies, you will then be able to understand your own interconnected experiences as rather than successes or failures, just ideas and concepts. And so every experience has the opportunity to teach us something if we're willing to get out of the way. Well, most times, though, we have an ego about things and we try to expect certain things to go the way we intend them to rather than maybe the way they need to for our own benefit. And that can be super struggle based and super frustrating sometimes. Be willing to sacrifice. Understand the things you're willing to sacrifice, but also understand the sacrifices you're not willing to make for something to come forward. When we begin to understand that every bit of time we spend on something is a sacrifice in one way or another, every sacrifice is important, and we begin to know that, ultimately there's challenges there. Knowing how to do that, knowing where to go with that is important. And next thing is think bigger. Think in ways of expansion, whether it's your business, whether it's your relationships, whether it's the things you want your friends, your family, your loved ones to accomplish. The bigger you think, the easier it is to expand past limitation. And so thinking big doesn't necessarily mean that everything you plan to do is going to come together. It also doesn't necessarily mean that everything you want to do is in your best interest. But expansive thinking allows you to challenge yourself to solve problems consistently, to solve problems that are beneficial, helpful, useful, and good. Big thinking can also cause us to think in ways that we normally wouldn't. Focus on happiness. What makes you happy? And if something continually doesn't make you happy, is it worth your time in the way that you're putting energy, effort, and all of that towards it? Oftentimes it's not, and that can be super uncomfortable if you're consistently putting time towards something that doesn't serve you well. Be willing to be of service to others. Every time that you have the ability or the willingness to serve others, you are making a difference in the world, no matter how big, no matter how small. The willingness to serve is one of the most valuable gifts that you can give another person, because when we're willing to serve without expectation, we then begin to understand the value of relationships, the value of moving forward, and ultimately kind of get things in a healthy and progressive and meaningful and helpful way there. So hopefully this is helpful. I encourage you, keep your feet on the ground, your mind in the moment. Until next time, everybody.